Hello, I'm Bonnie Rothschild, the Children's Librarian at North Miami Public Library. This month we're celebrating Thanksgiving, and that's what our book today is about. It's called Thanksgiving by Natalie M. Rosinski, and we thank Compass Point Books for allowing us to share this book with you. What is Thanksgiving? Think about a feast, a family gathering, and late November. If you add up these clues, you will know what time it is. It's time for Thanksgiving. Each year, Americans observe this national holiday. Thanksgiving Day is always the fourth Thursday in November. Schools, businesses, and government offices are closed. Many families eat big meals at dinner of special harvest foods. They may thank God for the good things in their lives. Sometimes people enjoy parades and sports on this day. Thanksgiving celebrates a good harvest. It also celebrates the very beginning of our country. What led to the first Thanksgiving? Long ago, many people celebrated their good harvest. This custom continued through the centuries. People also thanked their gods after they had lived through hard times. The Pilgrims, who had lived through hard times, came to America in 1620, and they knew both their customs. The Pilgrims were members of the Puritan group who sailed bravely across the ocean in the Mayflower. They wanted their own community. They wanted to pray to God in their own way. Their trip was hard and full of danger. Their new life was hard and full of danger too. In 1621, they had their first harvest. Half of the Pilgrims had lived. They had reason to give thanks. What happened at the first Thanksgiving? About 50 of the English colonists who lived in that new community called it Plymouth. That autumn, they were joined by 90 of their Indian neighbors. The Wampanoag people had helped the Pilgrims. They showed them how to grow a kind of corn called maize. There were 3 days of feasting, races, and games. This kind of celebration was also a Wampanoag custom. People ate turkey, fish, and maize. They may have had cranberries and pumpkin too. The only pies at that feast were meat pies. How did this become a national holiday? Thanksgivings for good harvest continued, but the story of the Pilgrim celebration was lost until 1820. Then a book written by one of the Pilgrims was found. Until 1863, states had their own Thanksgivings. Communities celebrated for different reasons and at different times. A famous writer named Sarah Hale wanted a national holiday. She also thought it would strengthen our country. President Abraham Lincoln believed her, and in 1863 he made the last Thursday in November our country's Thanksgiving Day. Why is the turkey a symbol of Thanksgiving? They're beautiful, that's why. No. The turkey is native to North America. The Wampanoag taught the Pilgrims how to hunt this wild bird. It was likely part of their Thanksgiving feast. Turkey was also enjoyed at other times. Turkey was part of the harvest the Pilgrims celebrated. The turkey has become the main symbol of Thanksgiving. It is often eaten then. Pictures of turkey are also used as Thanksgiving decorations. What are other Thanksgiving symbols? Well, the Mayflower is one of our country's most famous ships. It's a symbol of Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims may have landed at Plymouth Rock, and this rock is also a symbol. Pictures of how the Pilgrims and Wampanoag looked are other symbols. However, Pilgrims did not usually wear tall, dark hats. They often wore bright colors. They wore those dark clothes on their Sabbath day when they observed their religious customs and went to church. Those were their dress-up clothes. Harvest foods like pumpkins and corn are Thanksgiving symbols. One very old symbol is part of Thanksgiving. It's a horn of plenty. It overflows with fruits and vegetables, and it's called a cornucopia. How has Thanksgiving changed? Thanksgiving has been celebrated on different days. In 1939, the president moved it from the last Thursday in November to the third Thursday in November. He wanted people to shop more between Thanksgiving and Christmas. This change was not popular. In 1941, Congress moved Thanksgiving to the fourth Thursday, and it remains there now. Another change is how people see the Wampanoag. In 1972, they were honored at our nation's capital. Still, many Wampanoag feel sad and angry on Thanksgiving Day. They believe the Pilgrims and later colonists hurt their way of life. How is this holiday observed in the United States? Parades were part of harvest celebrations. Together, people would bring in the last crops. People today may walk in or watch Thanksgiving parades. This usually happens in big cities. Enjoying a feast with family and friends is another custom. Giving food to people in need is a custom too. After a good harvest, farmers did this. Turkey, pumpkin pie, cranberries, and corn are Thanksgiving favorites. Some families pray together. They give thanks to God. Playing games and watching sports on TV are other customs. Football is very popular on Thanksgiving afternoon. How is Thanksgiving observed around the world? Canada has its own Thanksgiving Day. In that country, to the north of the United States, crops are harvested earlier. Canada's Thanksgiving is the second Monday in October. Family feasts and parades are also Thanksgiving customs there. Germany, Holland, Sweden, and Switzerland have different Thanksgivings. The people in those countries celebrate on November 11th, which is St. Martin's Day. This is when birds and animals have grown big enough to eat. In India, some people honor a harvest goddess. They celebrate for 3 days. That's a little bit about Thanksgiving, and for a lot more information, we have a nice selection of books at the library, and we hope you'll come in and borrow some of them before the family gets together.